chaos in the digital plane of existence.
4 hours. That's how long these safeguards will allow you to exist in the digital plane. Installed in all of your comm devices is the Ripcord protocol, a one-time use teleport that will bring you back to the Bridge of the Vagabond. Zipwin pulls out a messenger bag. Inside here are glitches. Board the digital train in motion and plant these glitches to corrupt the data.
Chip wants to offer the locket. I open the locket and inside you see a man who looks not terribly dissimilar to Trip. This is someone who's very, very precious to me.
You are met face to face with this horrifying creature. It roars at you.
Hey, Glitch, the IT team is here.
Come on, ride the train. It's good chaotic. 30 minutes have passed inside of the digital plane of existence. Chase Variant, you are now on the back of this high-speed data train, face-to-face with one of these digital countermeasures. What do you do?
I kick it.
Okay,
like
make
I
a
do
roll.
a full-on like Spartan kick, trying to like knock it and destabilize it. So I delivered my really awesome line. I was like, "The IT team is here, Glitch." I think I said it differently, but it's fine. And then I like crane style. Yeah. I'm guessing this is a scramble, or is it a scrap? This is a scrap.
Scrap. Yeah. Let's do a risky standard.
Yeah, you said get away from her, you Glitch, and then.
Oh, I was going to use that later.
The kick did not land.
Chase, your kick goes through this creature. It is kind of like goopy and, well, slimy, to be perfectly honest. And you don't take any damage. However, one of the wedges of the download clock has filled in as the result of that. So you basically have your leg through this creature right now. And it's not great. You are not being corrupted, but this is not enjoyable at all.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Can I do a flashback?
Sure.
As we are flying, this cost me 1 stress, right?
It depends on how great of an ask the flashback is.
As we are flying in the Vagabonds to the train and everyone's kind of getting ready and kind of prepping for the fact that we're going to be doing this thing, I want to just give Chase the bag of glitches because I'm going to be piloting, right? There's no point in me holding on to them. So I'm going to give them to Chase.
I'm going to just say that that's a freebie because if Chase was the most likely person to board the train first, I have a feeling she'd be most likely to have that. So I will give you that for free. No stress.
Nice.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I think I will take the bag and I'll like grab one glitch and try to shove it into this creature's face.
Okay, great.
Whatever that passes for a phase.
Yeah, when you reach into the bag, what you pull out is it looks like that digital TV static again. It basically looks like a small loaf of sourdough bread that you'd use for a bread bowl, soup, not a dip. But your hand, but your hand feels like it's asleep. Like you can feel the glitch happening. It's not hurting you or affecting you, but it is incredibly unsettling. And you go to mash this thing in the countermeasure's face. So go ahead and make a roll, please.
Okay. New dice. Let's see how these go. Come on. Hey, dice.
This is going to be a risky standard.
You're such nice dice. And like, I just want to say, like, I'm so glad that you've come along on this journey with me today. And I'm really excited to see what kind of things we do together. And I like that you have little gears in you. I feel like that's way thematic for what's happening today. So I'm just going to say, like, we're going to have fun. I got a 6!
Yeah!
I got a 6! I got a 6! What was the difficulty on that, Dan?
Risky standard.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you plant this like you're doing a pie in the face, and this glitch splits the face of this countermeasure in half, like when the T-1000's head explodes.
Nice.
Cool.
And it frees your leg, and the countermeasure basically each half of it falls over each side of the train. However, 4 more countermeasures a little further down the train emerge from the roof of the train. So you've completely succeeded in taking out that one, but there are a threat of 4 more. Let's jump to the rest of the team.
I'm piloting the ship. I'm just trying to keep us steady because there's no autopilot.
Killsphere will, hovering in the bridge and seeing what's going on down at the train, Killsphere just goes, I will be right back. And Killsphere's going to go back to the second grappler. And what they're going to do is close the grappler around themselves so that they can just kind of pilot the grapple towards the train using their own independent motion.
Okay. Well, let's make a roll for this. I feel like it would be something like a rig.
Yeah.
But you tell me.
Oh, that's not really my best thing, but yeah, that makes sense. Let's roll it.
To help out with that, could BB take the heavy blaster that is on the dam right now to kind of shoot the track in front of the train to kind of stop it in a way?
That's not going to be a help. That's going to be a separate action. We'll do that after.
Okay. I tried. I tried Killsphere. I tried.
BB tried. BB tried. BB tried.
So sorry, Dan, what was the roll? I apologize.
It's going to be let's call this risky control. No, that's not a combination you can do. Let's just say risky control. Risky limited.
Okay. Ooh. I really should have said something before I rolled the dice, shouldn't I? I got a 2, so not a good rig.
Okay, you have placed yourself inside of the grappler for it, and you're planning on using your own speed to fly to do it, right?
Yeah.
Instead, what happens is while you are trying to do that, you accidentally fire the grappler.
Yes.
So it shoots outward and you slip out of the actual grip of it, and you go flying further down the train. You actually go past the 4 countermeasures. You don't hit them, but you basically come to like a skitter, like way down the line past there. So you are not where you wanted to be entirely, and the grappler arm is flailing about right now, but you are now on top of the train.
Killsphere studies their surroundings and goes, I can make this work. And first, oh geez, the grapple thing's probably not my best move, so I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna do some muscle stuff. So
you know what? Let's come back to that. Let's let BB do her thing, and then
perfect.
You rang. Ooh, I don't know what this would kind of be under.
Well, what are you trying to do?
Trying to shoot the track that's in front of the train to maybe stop it?
Okay, so the way the track works is that there is not a fully established permanent track. The train is essentially flying with a bit of track ahead of it and a bit of track below it.
Okay.
And it's sort of generating it as it goes. So you can still do that, but like there isn't like a place like half a mile up the road where it's like, oh, we can derail it from there kind of thing.
Okay, different question then. Is it like kind of an old-timey type of train? Again, that it has like the engines up front and it's pulling everything, or is this like more of a modern train?
No, it's very sleek, very bullet train type feel to it, but yeah.
Ah, fuck. There goes my fucking idea. I am going to see if I can determine where the engines are. I do have my fine hacking rig with me to see if I can get it to stop.
Okay, there's not so much an engine, but there is something that is like the propulsion for it.
Yeah, whatever
it's not as straightforward
powers
as
it.
an actual train. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to make a scan for that to determine where that would be located?
Yeah, I guess that would be a study. Oh, ooh. Okay, hold on. Because I'm gonna study it, I have a special ability called Construct Whisper, and it says machines speak to you when you study them. The first time you roll a critical
Yes.
while fixing or building a particular machine, you may add a simple modification to it. Okay, so that's a later then, but...
Okay, yeah, since I still want to give you that ability because you are doing that, so just give yourself an extra die on this roll for that.
Okay. Okay, 2 then. I get to take the...
And this will be a
number.
controlled standard.
Oh, a 5!
Yeah, you understand, again, that this isn't actually like a locomotive sort of thing. It's more of just like a representation of what that is. But you are able to parse out that there is an element of code in the track itself. And it's the track that is sending this information where it needs to go. So if there was anything you wanted to do to disrupt that, the bit of track underneath, like I said, does extend a little bit in front and behind, but it's not a fully, always there kind of thing. But you would know that it would have to be that. The complication of that is it's constantly moving. So if you're going to try to do anything else to it, you can't just turn it off.
Okay.
Make sense?
This is going to be horrible for our 2 friends riding the actual train. I'm going to try to make it go into an infinity loop. At first I was like a circle and I was like, no, those are too short rotations. Everybody's going to get sick. So I'm going to see if I can turn it into an infinity loop within itself. So it's kind of stuck on that shape.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Make a roll. This is going to be a desperate great effect.
Okay, and I'm just looking really quick to see in my if there's anything I get special for like the fine rigging stuff. Hold on, sorry. I should have had this like up with me.
Damn rigging, you fine.
Hacking is as much about hardware as about software. Fudge. No, it doesn't give me anything fancy. All right, no, that's fine. Okay. We are going to. This is a hack or a rig. Hack or a rig?
You tell me. I would say it's more likely a hack because pretty much everything
I don't
digital
with
plane is software.
Okay, let's do this. Ah, poo. I got a fucking 2.
Okay, yeah, you go to try to reroute the system, and it's way too sophisticated. Unfortunately, you will not be able to change the trajectory of the train at all. In fact, you are completely locked out of it right now for having done so. And because of that, I'm going to actually have one more piece of the download clock fill up for that.
Do we, just as a reminder, the download clock is the one that we don't know how many...
Correct.
Segments
crap.
So, okay, cool. So it's 2 out of question mark? Cool.
That's not good.
Yeah, and going forward, you basically will not be able to alter the track using this kind of method again.
Okay.
God damn it! It was such a good idea.
Trip, I know you're just flying the ship, but is there anything additional that you want to do? Because I want to make sure that you have a active role in this as well.
I don't know. I mean, I think Trip right now is kind of 80% focused on flying the ship and keeping the ship level and steady because there is no autopilot, and 20% kind of
Perspiration.
upset about having given up the locket. I think that's
Okay,
what Trip is right now.
I want you to. This is essentially going to be like a concentration roll because of that. I want to have you make a roll because of that.
Okay.
We'll call this. We'll call this risky limited, and let's call this command because you're kind of like in command of the ship.
Okay.
It's not so much flying ability; it's more of like a mental faculty.
But I can't take the +1 for Ace Pilot because it is pilot related. Okay. Well, this is gonna break bad real fast.
This is basically just for narrative purposes.
Sure, so. I have. Oh, it's just for narrative purposes. Then I'll roll any dice you want. I did roll a 6. I did massively roll just a flat up 6, unless it's a 9, but it's probably a 6.
Yeah, despite the fact that you are distracted by this, mission comes first, so no complication to that whatsoever.
I just picture Trip going, "What locket?"
Locket, schmocket. Locket? You mean those cough drops things you can get in the corner shop in England?
I'm gonna jump a little bit out of order, just because Michael did want to kick some ass. So let's jump back to Michael, who can then kick some ass.
Yeah, I'd like to. Hopefully, this will help Chase out a lot. I want to use my Unstoppable ability. So I'll push myself to engage a small gang on equal footing in close combat. And what I'd like to do is, so my goal is to sort of like pinball off all 4 of these guys, hit each of them in the head. And also just for like the image, I think Killsphere's like covered in the sort of hexagonal kind of armor, like hexagonal plates that operate like, I don't know if it's ablative or ablative armor, but basically every time they bop into something, like some of the plates like come off.
Ooh.
It's like a cool visual. Yeah.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Cool.
It's funny. You've ping-ponged before, so I'm going to have you roll for the first one and then each subsequent bounce.
Got it.
Love it.
I've got 3 in scrap. My scrap's all filled up, so...
All right. So risky standard.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I got 2 5s, so 5.
You hit the first one and you kind of like... It loses its footing a little bit, and it still holds on. It's still on board, but it's kind of knocked onto its approximation of a butt. So go ahead and roll to bounce onto the next one. The approximation of a butt will not be the episode title, by the way.
Too long. I got another 5.
Again, you've built up a bit of momentum and you've knocked another one down. Go ahead and roll for a third one.
Okay. Give me a 6. Yes, I got a 6.
Okay, yeah, you actually hit this one hard enough that it goes flying off of the side of the train, and you just see it kind of like hit the side and pixelate into oblivion. Nice. Go ahead and make your last attack roll.
Nice. Just another 5.
It's old hat at this point now. You knock this one down. However, because it is a mixed result, even though you knock it down, as you kind of like bounce away from it to stick your landing, it reaches out and grabs you with one of its hands. So it's holding on to you.
Uh-oh.
And it's very sticky and tacky and gross. Chase.
Since I had a cool move planned, but I don't need to do it anymore because like I was preparing for it, and then suddenly I saw a ping pong ball knock these guys around. So there's only one left, right? It's the one holding on to Killsphere?
No, there are still 3 of them, but they're all kind of knocked down. One has been gotten rid of, yeah.
Well, then what I want to do instead is I want to kind of taunt them, and I want them to come closer to me to be on the same train car that I'm on. So I'm going to kind of like, I think what I'm going to do is I don't have anything that I can shoot. So I don't want to throw my staff because then I don't have a staff anymore. So I think I'm just going to say, hey, you going to mess with my remote all day? Or are you going to take down the big dog or the big cat? I'll say the cat because I'm the big cat. Hey, you going to mess with my remote all day or take down the big cat?
Okay, go ahead and make let's call this a risky standard.
Take down the lioness. All right, okay, I'll stop retaking the bits.
The problem with taking down the big cat is you have to take her out, and then she wants to come back in again, and then she wants to go out.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because whatever I try to do, it doesn't succeed because these 2 dice decided to hang out with the other dice, and they gave me.
Oh,
I only got a 2. Can I spend a gamut to roll one more? No. Okay. Yeah, I failed.
Too late, right?
You know what it is? I want to roleplay it as I workshopped my taunt as I was doing it. I was like, "Hey, we're remotes. I'm the big dog. I mean the big cat. Whatever. Come get me." And that's how it played.
2 solid seconds later, lioness.
Lioness. I should have said lioness. Yeah.
The countermeasures are just not paying any attention to you because you don't really pose any sort of immediate threat to them. And I'm going to fill in another bit of the download clock.
Oh, okay. Shit. I don't like this. Great. I don't like this.
This is all a big double bluff, and there was only one segment of the download clock.
All right. Can I take one more move, or do you want to wait and come back to me in a second?
You can go ahead.
Go for it.
Then I'm going to do what I was going to do anyway, is I'm going to pull one of the glitches out of the bag, and I'm going to slam it down on the train that I'm currently standing on.
Great. Make a controlled standard. Is that right? Hold on. Yeah, controlled standard.
Okay, I think this is probably going to be... even though I'm doing the opposite of getting myself to safety, I still think it is scramble, because I think I'm trying to position the change so that we're losing our... Yeah. All right, there we go. I rolled different dice, and I got a 5 and a 6. So Uh,
The 6 carries. Yeah, you take one of the glitches out of the bag and you just slam it onto the outer hull of it and fill in one of the corrupt pie slots.
Michael, you got that?
That's 10%.
Yep.
That's 10%. And doing that gets the attention of the countermeasures.
That bit.
Yeah. And then does the train stay physical beneath me, or does it disappear? Like, am I like erasing?
No,
the part of it?
it's holding its shape for now.
Okay.
All right, who's up?
I feel like BB hasn't taken a turn in a bit.
I was percolating, and part of me is like, I know I couldn't get into a loop, but what if I changed the train into a spaceship of some kind? I don't know how that's going to help us, but we at least know that better than a train.
It might make it harder to stop.
Or what could I change it into? Oh!
Could I?
Oh! No, go ahead. Go.
No, you were having a moment of epiphany, please.
No, my suggestion was going to be childish, that I, like, change the train into, like, a little Thomas the Tank Engine. Da, 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 da. Like the little push train. Like a kid's toy train.
For IP legal reasons, we're going to change it into Jonathan the steam engine.
Johnny Train.
No, that's a Ben. That's a porn star.
Oh.
Johnny Train's a porn star.
We said we would never mention my days as Johnny Train again.
The porn star rip is better, but I was just thinking about in Fifth Element when welcome to Johnny Cab. Now I'm imagining like a train conductor on a stick. Welcome to Johnny Train.
Oh my gosh.
Are you going to San Diego Comic-Con?
Oi. Oh, my pitch for BB would be the grappler's still hanging out. Maybe you could also zip line down on the dam or something and work on that. But
is it gonna hold me? That's the only.
I don't know.
Important thing before the audience gets mad at me for it. That's Total Recall. In Fifth Element, Bruce Willis is the cab driver. So I apologize that Johnny Cab is Total Recall, which Michael and I should both know because we definitely watched Total Recall in the hotel room at Galley, but we were past that scene.
Look, I know it's Robert Picardo. The puppet's also designed to look like Robert. I didn't want to correct you because I thought it would be
No, I
mean.
appreciate it. I can correct myself, and I apologize for stepping over for Joe to do it, but I knew that I was wrong and I had to be told, and I decided to be the one to do it myself. Sorry, Joe.
You blew my cover! Sorry, go on.
No. Michael had a great suggestion. I'm right by the ship, and I have my ship repair tool, so, might as well use that load that I've been saving on the ship. So I'm gonna take
so what
those.
is it that you're doing?
I'm gonna take those bad boys and attempt to fix the grappling hook. I think instead of like ziplining down on it, I think BB may do the reverse of like collecting, like reeling it in, kind of like you reel in a fishing line. Because I don't know if that grappling hook can take the weight of the dam. I don't know. You can correct me. Oh, okay. Well, then fine. Then I'll do the badass thing and then like zip line down and like it's like not R2-D2 when he's in the prequel trying to fix Anakin's ship with those little buzz droids on it.
Okay, so you want to reel in the grappling hook, attach it to yourself. You want to do what Killsphere attempted to do.
I want to fix the grappling hook so it can be utilized again, because I think because Killsphere rolled so badly, he broke it.
I broke one too, so she could be fixing the one I broke.
Yeah, I was going to say the Killsphere didn't break. There is that one, but yes, the one that Chase did. So okay, you're gonna repair the grappling hook.
I'm getting my people.
It's gonna be control. This is gonna be controlled standard.
Okay. Rig?
I guess it's a rig. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Oh, a 6! Ha 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 ha!
Yeah, this is your ship. You know what you're doing. You're able to reattach the cables that came loose, and the ship now has its 2 functional grapplers again. Yeah, on a 6, that's what you get. It's fixed.
Whee!
Nice. BB A+.
I appreciate it.
Trip, do you want to do anything before I do another move or Killsphere? Because Killsphere, you're currently being held by one of these things, so maybe you should go next.
Yeah, please go. I mean, I don't know that I have anything to contribute in this moment, so please, by all means, go for it.
Okay, so Killsphere So like the hand, pseudo hand or whatever is holding Killsphere, every like little space in between the hexagonal armor, just little needles pop out. So Killsphere's like a little porcupine now, and all the little needles go into the countermeasures, whatever their hand is.
All right, make a risky standard.
Nice. I'm doing that as a scrap. I got a 4.
Your needles come out, but these things do not feel pain. It's enough to free you from it because it's just jarring enough, but it's not going to do any sort of damage to them.
Okay.
So I'm putting you in a worse position. I'm not going to give you a painful reminder of your failure with something else. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, dear. Over to you, Chase. I'm not sure what to do next. Sorry.
All right, then my goal is to... What I'm going to try to do right now is get past them. I'm not going to try to fight them because I'm kind of figuring out that us fighting them is not very effective. So instead, I want to get towards the gap between the two train cars, and I want to decouple the train that, like, the car that we're currently on, because I know that Killsphere can follow us, and the ship can grapple on another car. So I want to, like, the car that these countermeasures are currently on that are fighting Killsphere and they were fighting me, I want to, like, jettison them so that they can't continue to fight us. So,
Okay.
Like, that's kind of like maybe the move is to keep moving our way down the train.
I've got. I think it's going to take 2 rolls. I think the first one would be a scramble or something like that to get past, and then a second one to do the decouple. So let's have you do the first roll before anything else.
Hey dice. You were so chill that first roll with you, and like I think that like these are gears that feels like the kind of move for this. I just want to like say, can we work together on this, and can we make this thing?
And this is going to be risky standard.
Yeah, so that's the first rule. Okay, so that's going to be scramble, you said?
Yeah, that feels like it makes the most sense.
All right. I got 2 4s, so I got a success with a complication. And I have a good pitch for the complication.
Oh, let's hear it.
Which is that I get where I want to go, but I do not lose the countermeasures who were chasing after me. So like I'm where the success is that I am where I want to be. The complication is I have 2 creatures that are trying to fight me.
Yeah, I think that's a good way. I think one of them actually like has a hand on you and is like actively trying to pull you back, but you are able to get where you want. And again, like it feels very unnerving and unsettling, but so far all of the tech is holding up into place. So like if you were a digital creature, you'd be basically deleted right now. Okay, so this is going to be a desperate limited because you've got you're under duress to do the decoupling now.
Okay.
Do you gain a gambit right, for this one?
So I do generate a gambit. I think I'm going to use it. Well, so okay, would it be scrap? Do you think? So I'm hitting it with my staff. Basically?
If you're hitting it, then yes, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think that to honor the complication, I think I'm going to give myself the extra thing of. I have to get these guys off of me first before I can focus on the coupling because I have these 2 creatures on the side of me. So I'm gonna take my staff. I'm gonna break it into the 2 batons and do like a bam on them. And my pitch to you, and I want to see what you think about this. It has been previously established that the way that my staff works is it absorbs kinetic energy and kind of refocuses it back on the people that I'm fighting. So I do feel like the staff should be able to damage these digital energy-based creatures.
The dice will answer that question for us, but yes.
Well, I mean, the dice would answer if I hit them or not, but okay. Because I don't want one dice roll to determine if I can ever fight these guys for the rest of the entire
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. All right. So this is definitely going to be a scrap.
Yeah.
And so is it still desperate?
Yeah, we'll call it a desperate standard.
Okay, so we do generate the one that Ben already generated. I think I'm going to use that gambit, though, so we can keep it even, because I want to hit these guys so badly. I feel like if I'm going to fight someone with a staff, I think it's worth a gambit. So
it feels appropriate.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely did a cool kickflip over this with the staff to get there, not unlike our gentleman friend gambit. All right, I'm glad we spent the gambit because I got a 6.
Nice.
Yeah, you pop the staff apart, hitting the one that has a hold of you, and it is enough to break its grip free of you. And you actually, when you hit it in its arm, it actually like digitally severs that bit of arm, and that like piece of countermeasure goes flying over the side, and it just like kind of like a little bit, and then you hit the other one in the stomach. It's not enough to fully take it out, but it is kind of knocked back, so it is sort of in the middle of the pack of three. So like from the back of the train to where you are, it's basically Killsphere, the one Killsphere is dealing with, that one, the one you just chopped its arm off, you.
Okay. Does somebody else want to take an action before I get to work on decoupling the train? Because I just did.
Can I do something kind of silly?
Yeah.
I have a very silly idea. So Killsphere will move between Chase and the countermeasures, and then one of the hexagons will sort of slot out of place, and a little net gun will emerge, and Killsphere's going to fire a net at the countermeasures, the remaining countermeasures, to try and keep them distracted.
All right, let's call it a risky standard.
And I'm using up one of my load for that, obviously.
I'm assuming it's Annette Badley, the fantastic British actress.
Oh, I only got a 3. Nets are bad.
Oh, well, then it's Annette Bening. Darn it.
Damn,
The net
Sandra
just
Bullock in
passes
the net.
through. It just passes through these Gooshy monsters. One of the least popular Sesame Street characters of all time, Gooshy Monster.
Oh my goodness.
One appearance. I loved Lady Gaga in House of Gucci. The accent was all over the place, but she was giving it her all, you know?
That role was so bad that I'm going to make something else bad happen too. The countermeasure you fired at didn't really like that, but it also didn't really affect them. But they keep seeing that these nuisances keep coming from this ship that is following close behind. So it's going to basically like extend its arms like of that sludgy grossness, and it's going to connect to the cockpit windows of it, obscuring Trip's.
This is a great lead into something I've been thinking about doing for a while now.
Awesome. We're just leaving the game.
I'm out. See you, everyone. Goodbye.
Amazing. Incredible.
I've been thinking about piecing out, so this is a good time to do that.
But thinking about starting a band. No, I think what Chip has been thinking about doing, but has been kind of weighing up the pros and cons, is just slamming the ship down on top of the countermeasures. And I think that seeing this happening, this is a great opportunity for Chip to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. Think now's the time. So yeah, I'm going to use my my ace piloting skills, which gives me an additional D6, and I'm going to slam my whole situation down on the countermeasures. Is anyone near the countermeasures? Is anyone like
2 of us? Yeah.
Okay.
Both me and Killsphere.
Okay, so then I want to suggest a possible alternative. Instead of slamming down, could I sidle and then try to knock horizontally? Like if I head down,
Absolutely,
and then try to knock, and I would hope that Chase and Killsphere will see this and know to duck, because if not, Riley and Mike have to roll your character sheets. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's going to be a helm, and then I get a +1 for Ace Pirates. That's 3.
This is going to be a desperate limited.
Desperate, you say?
Oh, I love this.
I'm going to put that desperate after this. I'm going to put it into prowess. 6, 5, and a 1. Give me that 6, baby.
Woo!
Trip, even flying blind, you know this ship so well, and you are able to come down to the same level as the train, and you are right next to it, and you do that move in like every racing game where you just kind of do like that side swipe bump.
Oh, it's a full-on Ben-Hur. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it rattles it rattles both of the vehicles. BB, you're able to keep your footing, but it's getting wild in the Vagabond, but not nearly as wild as it is on the back of the train. And one of the countermeasures, I'll say the one in the absolute center, goes just careening over the edge. Killsphere and Chase, I'm gonna need you each to make a roll to hold on, but it's going to be a controlled limited, because again, your teammate, you knew what your teammate was going to do, so you were able to brace yourselves a little bit better than the countermeasures.
Okay, this feels like a scramble for me.
Same.
I got a 6.
Yeehaw.
You hold on, no problem.
I got a 5.
Hold on.
Killsphere, it's a little choppier for you, and you're because you still have the needles extended from you, you're actually going to stick into the roof of the train. So you're gonna have to unstick yourself, but you are still on the train.
Perfect.
I like the idea that the floating orb had to hold on as opposed to just continuing to be a floating orb. Cool. All right, I think I'm going to take advantage of the distraction from that happening with Trip to then bang that coupling and try to break the train apart.
Let's get banging.
Okay, cool. And just as a reminder, there are still 2 countermeasures left on the train.
Okay, 2 left. Okay.
So what you're saying is I need to do that 2 more times.
I got a success with complication, Dan. I got a 4. Oh, what was the difficulty on that? Sorry.
We'll call it risky standard.
Okay. Sorry, I should wait till you say it before I roll. I apologize.
That's okay. No, I forgot to give it to you. Okay, you give it a good hit, but it's just not enough. It's holding on, but just barely. It's like you can see that just like even just a little bit more is going to give it its thing. And because of that, thankfully, Killsphere is needled into the top. Otherwise, Killsphere would have run the risk of like the turbulence of it possibly knocking them off. But I'm not going to have you roll because I did stick you to the roof of it. But the countermeasure right near you, Killsphere, is like teetering.
Killsphere's like a digital burr right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, picture one of the soot sprites from House Moving Castle right now. Anyway. All right, so while still stuck to the train, the net gun will retract and a second hexagon will open, and just like a heavy, like a ping pong ball sized like ball bearing will fire at the countermeasure to try and knock it off.
Okay. Risky standard, please.
All right. I've decided Killsphere has like all weird practical gadgets because Smatter doesn't work.
I love this.
I got a 5. They're just a little sphere, Dan.
Yeah. It works in that you it works in that you do hit it, but because it really is just a ball bearing, it's not really enough to knock their footing to knock them off, but it does go through the countermeasure, and they are now damaged.
Take that.
It roars at you the same way that the other one had roared at Chase previously.
Same to you.
BB, what's up with you?
Do I have within shooting range the other countermeasure?
Yeah, absolutely, because the Vagabond is right next to the train right now, so especially...
Okay.
I was going to say, I hate to reference Joss Whedon work, but I am imagining in Firefly when like the front of the Serenity is open and like the cargo bay is there, and I'm imagining BB just like looking badass coming out of this like front-facing cargo bay.
That's a little bit what was in my head.
Okay, you want to use your weapon,
Sick.
not the ship weapons. But that's still fine. You're still in a prime position to do exactly that.
Yes, and I have a heavy blaster, so, you know, I think it can do the job. We decided that so as a scrap, right?
Yep, and it'll be risky standard.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Are you going for the one closer to Killsphere or the one closer to Chase?
Let's go for the one closer to Killsphere first so that they have more time to get unstuck. How many gambits do we have left, y'all?
5.
Can I take one?
Yes, please do.
Yes, have some.
I make them. You can have them.
This feels like a good opportunity.
Ooh, 6!
These gambits were made in-house.
6!
Hey!
Yeehaw!
Yeah, in that absolute action hero moment, it is that it's the ramp. You are there with in the dam, and you fire this giant concussive blast, and it just kind of like obliterates the countermeasure by Killsphere into like an explosion of oil, kind of is what it looks like. It's kind of goopy and nasty, but yeah, you hit this thing right in the moneymaker.
I'm imagining the cinematic version of this is like you see Chase and Killsphere struggling with it, and Killsphere is like doing their thing, and then suddenly you see this blast come out of nowhere and blurt it, and then the camera like pans back, and you see BB standing in the cargo bay in the dam, and like kind of like blows on the smoke of the blaster, even though they're through a shield. It looks awesome.
Yes! I love it. She blows out the smoke from the end of the heavy blaster. even though the dam is shut.
And then she blows on her space harmonica.
Yes. I love it.
It's under 30 seconds. We can have it.
Who's up?
I guess I'll take another swing at the train decoupling.
Okay, yeah, risky standard.
All right. This is going to be scrap again. I got a 6. Got a 6. 6 carries. Yep.
Didn't take much, but that hit was enough to decouple the car. So Killsphere is still on the section that has just been let go, and so is that last countermeasure that has been troubling you right now. So Chase, you are essentially on the back of the train right now, and Killsphere, you are detached from reality. No, you're detached from the train.
Whoops, there goes
Killsphere,
gravity.
I don't know if you noticed, Dan. Killsphere flies. Like, they literally hover. That's like their whole thing. So I'm not too worried about where they are physically at. Like, I wasn't worried about saving Killsphere because I know I can trust them to take care of themselves.
You know what? I'm actually going to give you an extra slice of the corrupt because you actually did just get rid of some of the data. And that was a 6. So yeah, so go ahead and fill in
sweet.
a second. So it's at 20%.
All right. I have a next move, but I want everyone else to get a turn before I make my next move. So
Yeah, just quickly, Killsphere, the needles all detach. It's each individual needle has just like that sci-fi effect, like a little piece detaching. So there's like 100 little jets as the needles just fall off and like fly backwards. And Killsphere will float towards Chase very quickly.
Okay, to do so, you're going to have to get past the last of the countermeasures, so you're going to have to make a roll for this one.
I'm going to try and go through the last of the countermeasures, yes. I'm scrapping.
Scrapping, okay. We'll call this risky standard.
Damn it. 3.
As you go to attack that countermeasure, you land in it like a fly in sticky paper. And you are now losing significant distance from the rest of the train. You kind of you still have momentum carrying you forward a little bit, but you see the vagabond zip past you completely, and you are way behind right now.
Killsphere literally goes, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And then over to somebody else.
All right, who's up?
I think that Trip is probably going to prioritize, with some regret, prioritize keeping on level with the rest of the train.
Okay, let's have you do a helm roll on that to reposition yourself, because you've sort of been you've been more in an attack position, and you're going to kind of resume the
kind of match
flight
the
pattern that
speed
you had
and
previously.
etc. So I'm obviously helm is +2, and then I have a trait here called let me just read this, Ace Pilot. I don't know if I've used this yet, but that gives me an extra D6.
Yeah. Risky standard. Go ahead.
4.
Are you golfing?
Yeah. So I'm playing PGA World Tour on the Amiga just to my immediate left.
You are able to resume the flight pattern that you had previously. There is still some of the residue of the countermeasure on the ship, but that's not what the problem is.
The problem is the windshield wipers won't
It's
engage,
me.
so I can't.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
The problem is that you are seeing 6 more countermeasures appearing further up the
good
train.
Lord. Can I radio this to everyone else, or can they already see it?
Go ahead and radio it, because you haven't been using it since.
Hey, everyone, don't know if you can see up ahead, but there's 6 more of those oil people further up the train, so you might want to prepare for that.
Okay, so I'd like to use a flashback.
Okay.
This is going to be a big ask, so just tell me to go dice myself if you don't like it. So flashback, as we were flying to the train, Killsphere studies the bag of glitches. Can Killsphere compress one of the glitches between the layers of ablative armor? So there's a sort of like they saran wrap themselves in glitch, because they're not going to mind feeling numb. They feel numb all the time. They're depressed.
Oh.
So
That's why they podcast. Oh.
Michael, remember you're playing a character called Killsphere.
oh no. This whole podcast is a HIPAA violation. We have to take it down.
Have you heard Killsphere's cover of Hurt by 9 Inch Nails? It's really good.
It's terrible, actually.
Oh, God, now I feel like we need to do that as a bonus content or a Patreon.
Almost
Oh
as
God,
good
twist
as-
my arm.
Okay.
Here's how we're going to do this. It's going to cost 1 stress, but it's also going to cost a roll to determine if it works. How's that?
That is okay. Yeah, fine. Sure.
Okay. So it is going to be a desperate limited roll.
Okay. Oh, God. And it's rigged, so I have nothing in it. Oh, why do I do this?
Because it's fun.
It's true.
You know, we have Gambit.
Oh, yeah. Let me spend one of the gambits to get a 3rd dice.
Well, no, because you have none in that. The extra die will just count as 1 die now. So rather than rolling 2 and taking the disadvantage one, just roll 1 and take that result.
Got it. Oh, I got a 1. It's my first one of the game. Oh, bye.
So back in real time, you lower the shield that you had prepared in order to expose the layer of glitch beneath the candy-coated shell. And what happens is that it sends a wave of feedback through you, not in a way that would delete you like it would a digital being, but it has completely thrown you, and you literally get thrown from the train. So you
Throw Killsphere from the train, starring Danny DeVito.
You go to unleash this essentially kind of like a doomsday weapon, and you are now flung towards the ground, and you are going to crash into the ground hard. You are this is going to be a level 2 harm for it. So go ahead and write down that, unless you want to try to resist it, which will, require a roll and stress. But you're basically going to be left behind now.
Okay, so can I use my ripcord?
Yeah, it's going to bring you back to the ship, and that will be the only time you will be able to use it.
Hopefully it's the only time I need it, because it seems like a good time to use it. So yeah, Killsphere is gonna pull the ripcord once it's clear. Like there, I think they crash into the ground. I'll take the 2 harm, but once they get up and shake themselves off, however long that takes, they'll ripcord back to the vagabond.
It'll be quick, but yeah, you crash into the ground, you take this pain, and immediately you activate the ripcord, and you are in the cockpit right next to Trip.
Yeah, Killsphere appears in the cockpit and then just falls to the ground.
While keeping one hand on the stick or the wheel or I think we've really properly established one. I think there is a stick.
It changes every time.
Being a stick. Changes
it's intuitive.
As needed. Yeah. I think right now it's kind of I think it's just a stick situation.
It's like a switch where it actually can be turned into like a joypad, or it can be a 2-hander. Yeah.
Right now it's a stick, and I'm just gonna scoop up Killsphere in one arm and have Killsphere in one. How big is Killsphere again?
Croquet
ball.
So yeah, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna set Killsphere into a little divot that I have on the cockpit.
The cup holder.
Thank you, Dan. I was just going to say that.
Well, no, here's what it is. This is it. There's a coffee cup in the cup holder that has been empty for a long time because it's just been sitting in there. And then I've got Killsphere kind of sitting in the kind of resting in the top of the coffee cup.
And the cup says world's best podcaster.
Like... Killsphere is the biggest boba you've ever seen.
So just kind of sitting in, coffee cup underneath, and I just as I scoop him up, I got you, buddy.
I think at this point, Chase, having done a cool kickflip, hit a guy with a stick, and then decoupled a train, Chase is kind of getting into adrenaline junkie territory. I feel like there's no way she couldn't be right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my grapple that I have, my grappling rope that I have, and I'm going to hook it to the back of the train where I'm currently at. My plan, I know, according to Trip, that there are 5 more countermeasures coming. So my goal is to avoid them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rocket skates. I'm basically going to slingshot myself like a pendulum around. And what I want to do is I'm going to jump back and blast myself around. I'm trying to get to the next coupler on the next train car but like I'm trying to do it from the outside of a train so that the guys can't pursue me. So
I completely follow you.
it's like a ball in a cup game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a desperate great roll.
Okay.
But yeah,
I am definitely spending a gambit on this. All right.
Do you generate a gambit as well?
Yeah,
right?
so
Or am I
I'm
thinking of a
basically negating
different-
it. I have to. This is too important. Actually, Dan, I'm going to take a stress. I'm going to push myself to give myself another dice as well because I feel like this matters. I think it makes sense because I'm basically like leaning into my thrill seeker like junkie vibe here. Like she doesn't have to do it this way. It's like she's in the moment. So I'm doing it this way. All right. Okay. And I'm glad. Oh, I got 2 6s. So yeah, I'm glad I did that because it would have been. I mean, either way, I would have done it because of my stress dice. But yeah, I got 6s. So
that's a crit when you get 2 6s.
Oh yeah.
This is everything you've ever wanted in your life.
oh, 100 this is Chase's fucking dream right now is happening. This entire mission is like, yeah. If Chase wakes up in like 10 seconds and is still on the lighthouse and has not been here the whole time, she would not be surprised.
You will drive to my house and murder me. You slam the grappling hook into the train and you jump off the back. Click your heels, the rocket skates propel you exactly. You see those 6 countermeasures like watching you as you are on the outside. And in this glorious like anime moment, you just like release and you jump and you land perfectly and your staff comes down, decoupling the car, sending that piece back there. I'm going to give you 2 pieces.
I was like, can I pitch how it plays out as the crit then if you're giving me 2 pieces? Everything you said happens and I land down, but the reason why it's 2 pieces at once is because I actually take one of the glitches and I slam it onto the decoupler. So it basically like decouples that the next train is now also off of it, but the train that I was landing on, the next car is also being corrupted.
Yep. Oh. So yeah, you're at 40%. Corruption.
Hell yeah. That was fucking rad. All right. I'm so excited. This is the greatest day of Chase's life.
4 out of 10 for corrupting the data.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that fucking ruled. I'm sorry, that was like the best.
Sick.
How messed up is Killsphere right now?
I think little Z's are coming off of Killsphere. But just do things critical to the mission. They will be back.
Sure. I'm going to do 2 things. Firstly, what does the ripcord look like? Is it an attachable device? Is it
no,
like
it's a program.
It's a program? Is it built into me?
It's built into your EV suit, yeah.
Okay. Is there any way to... Because I'm not leaving the ship. Is there any way to transfer it to Killsphere?
No.
So, okay.
No. That would require more skill and time than you have.
All right. Well, it doesn't hurt to check. How many of the countermeasures are left?
So there are currently none on the majority of the train. On the section that was just decoupled, there are 6.
Okay, we don't need to worry about that then. I'm just going to keep holding the ship steady. I don't think I have anything to add in this moment. Other people have the opportunity to do cool things.
Killsphere will click back on and go dong. And Killsphere will say to Trip, can we use the engines to create reverse thrust and hold the train back?
I hadn't even thought about that. We can give it a go.
Yes. Go.
All right. I mean, that is... Here's what I think needs to happen for this one. I think this one, if we're talking about reverse thrust, then that is speed related. So I'm going to use a skill, an ability that I have called Ace Pilot.
You are not attached to the train currently, though. So you will have to do that
decoupled
first.
the train from where you're at.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm going to yell to BB, BB, can you get another grappler on the train?
Rootin', shootin', tootin'. She runs as quickly as one can run in the dam to the... Oh my gosh! What are the
train hole?
No, I'm making the thing with my hands. Like it's not levers. It's whatever we use.
You just want to fire the grapplers, right?
Right. Yeah. I was like, whatever we use, whatever the handlebars are there.
The buttons are right in front of you. You're fine.
And I'm guessing that's gonna be a scrap. Wow.
Yeah. We're gonna call this. It's gonna be desperate limited.
Oh, poo. Okay. All right.
Crapoo, mate.
Oh, it's a 5. It's a 5.
Okay, yeah, you connect one of the 2 of the grappler arms. So if you're going to attempt this reverse thrust move, you're only going to have one of them there instead of the two. That's the mix.
Because one of them like fully broke off, right?
No, I fixed it.
Oh, BBC fixed it. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that bit. Okay. So we have one but not two. Okay.
Yep.
Also, BB, make sure you mark XP in the
I
stat you use.
did. I did. I put one in prowess. Thank you.
Okay, then if we're grappled, then I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to get in front of the train and use reverse thrust to slow it.
You mean get behind them and use reverse
Oh
thrust,
yeah,
but I know
you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes more sense
Yep,
because I was thinking
yep,
of getting in front and then just like doing the reverse thrust to push against it. But that makes more sense to kind of pull against it with the grapple. Okay, cool.
This is going to be Desperate Limited.
Desperate Limited. Okay. It's gonna be a helm, which I have 2. I'm gonna use the Ace Pilot, which gives me an additional D6, and then I actually think for this one because of the task involved, I want to use Exceed Specs. While on board the ship, you may damage a ship's system you have access to in order to gain 1d6 or +1 effect to a roll. So I think I want to kind of push the engines past their limits.
Okay.
It just can't do it, Captain. She can't handle this thing.
Just know that everything in the ship right now is running to operate inside this digital realm. So if this doesn't go well, it's maybe absolutely disastrous.
Well,
But
then I think
go ahead.
okay, I am rolling 4d6. Should I spend a gambit to roll 5?
We need it to. I mean,
You know, then I'm spending the gambit. Then. Give me
yeah,
one
that's worth
second.
it. This can't go wrong.
100%. You might want to push yourself too, I would say. Just to
Give myself 6. Yeah, I can push myself. Does anyone else also want to push me in life? Does anyone want to help? I got 6. I'm going to take the 2 dice I'm not rolling out of the dice tray just to avoid any confusion.
6 feels good. Oh no!
All ones. Is it all ones?
I think me helping will cause
Sorry.
harm.
No, I'm gonna. You need to see. I'm just so that they're readable. I'm just gonna put a little.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this can go either way right now, and I don't think it's going to go the way we want it
I
to.
have such a bad feeling.
I wish we were on video right now. All of our faces are just like.
I'm gonna have to. I can't put it in the Discord chat from my phone, so I'm gonna put it in the Facebook chat. There it is.
That's fine.
Oh baby! Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
3 6s, 2 5s, and a 4.
The
So I'd like
devil
to choose the
himself
4.
appears.
No.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is essentially a super crit, even though you are pumping all of the energy into the engines, the systems on the Vagabond hold. Like you are
amazing.
almost like a symbiotic relationship with the ship right now, where you are asking it to do things that it was never meant to do, and by God, it's going to listen to you.
Was that a desperate roll?
Yeah, it was Desperate Limit.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check so I didn't mark it on my sheet. Cool.
I just imagine you yelling at the ship, "You listen to me!"
You fire the reverse thrusters and you are gripping the control stick of the Vagabond like harder than you ever had. Like your hand is killing you. But despite the fact that you are trying to stop a literal train of data from moving, you are able to pull this thing to, it's not quite a full stop, but it is so slow, and you kind of like the train is fighting you at every single.
Yeah. Killsphere can see my face turning a deeper purple.
Yeah, and the even though the train suddenly stops like that, Chase, you are able to hold on no problem, and right now the line of the grapple hook is like any more strain and this thing would snap, but it is managing to hold. It is basically, you're doing the unthinkable right now. Like, because this is a data transfer, you know, like when you get to that one part and it's like, it's going to be done in 20 minutes. It's going to be done in an hour. It's going to be done in 6 weeks. It's going to be done in 10 years. It's like, that is what it looks like on the outside right now.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
as
love this.
the train is stopped and you have a moment to catch your breath, Chase, from behind you, a figure lowers down from the sky, casting a humanoid shadow over you. And you turn around and you see this barrel-chested man, just with his arms crossed and his feet together, and he's hovering over the ground.
It's like an M. Bison.
Yes, exactly. Like that kind of pose. And this figure is hovering at least 12 feet above the train, but you can hear, all of you can hear him clear as day. Well, never in my life did I ever expect chaos to make it into my realm. You feel that you can stop the flow of information? Oh, you foolish extraplanar creatures.
I fling a glitch at him.
Make an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but I mean, this is.
Are you going to talk this slow the whole time? Because we've only got a limited amount of time in here, you know?
Limited.
You know what? I'm gonna. Okay, cool. I'm also gonna. I'm gonna use the gambit, so I'm gonna take the net zero gambit. All right, I got a limited success. I got the sex with the complication.
It hits this person right in the chest, and you see him wincing in pain. But he's able to grab it and throw it from his body, and it leaves a scar. But he kind of like doesn't fully register it.
Okay, that's fair.
And he goes,
Ooh.
That makes sense.
"Oh, you foolish child! You think you can harm me with a simple glitch?"
I throw a second glitch at him. No, I'm sorry. Continue your speech.
Fucking damn it.
Oh, don't make me like you. It will make it that much harder to stop you.
Yeah, you stinker.
You cannot harm me with a mere glitch. I am one of the old ones. I am one of the first of this domain. Only I may decide what information gets delivered and what does not get delivered. For I am the mailer demon.
Oh my god.
Sick.
What the fuck?
You know what? If I
Sick.
had known that was coming, I wouldn't have tried to kill him with 2 glitches. I would have done that.
Yeah.
That was just.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Good Chaotic. The Good Chaotic crew is Châu Kate Lê, Ben Paddon, Riley Silverman, and Michael Nixon. Our GM is Dan Peck. Our theme music was created by Daphne Sacklin. Follow us on social media at Good Chaotic Pod, or join us in our Discord to hang out with other fans, share fan art, and talk about the episodes. If you'd like to help support the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts, or by becoming a patron at patreon.com/goodchaoticpod. And also, tell your friends. It really helps us get the word out and get new listeners. Until next time.
Desperate Limit is one of my favorite Wes Anderson films. It's really like, just the pathos of those characters. Is very
Once every 4 episodes, one of us comes up
you
with
know
that
that there's
joke.
Do I do it a lot?
Did you know that there's a
I'm
Red Dwarf
sorry.
role-playing game? It's
Probably
not
always
always
me.
you. It's always I've
It's
said
not
it. Michael said it.
One of us.
I mean, to be fair, Desperate Limited is every Wes Anderson film. I'd probably make that joke.
And this is
every
a
time,
train.
too, but
It is a train.
It's all coming
that's
together.
true. I hear a lot of Kink songs playing
That's
while
it.
we're running along. this
Referencing
train.
that old movie, The Pineapple Express. Okay, so we're gonna